It's a classic case of Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Time now for Cerebus issue 212, the 12th chapter of Guys. Bear drunkenly waxes philosophical to Cerebus about what he does to make sure he continues to lack a love life. While in contrast, Marty drunkenly discusses the love of his life, and Alex laments his own lady's good aim. Gently Bent tries to telepathically get the guys to begin pleasuring themselves, to no avail. Winter has come again, though Bear vows this will be the last he spends there, as he does every year. Later, Marty attempts to psychoanalyze Bear's relationship with his ex Ziggy, using his own experience as a married man. He discusses in great detail the concepts of male pattern reticence, which leads to male pattern intrapersonality relationship dysfunction, and potentially male pattern homoerotic transference disorder. Then suddenly, Marty's wife Beulah appears. Marty panics, worried what his wife will say when she sees him drinking with the guys again. But she catches him and demands he come home, where she chastises him the whole way. Bear and Cerebus do some analysis of their own by naming the syndrome poor Marty currently suffers from. Later, Boobah drops by and tells a joke about a couple at a party that he finds hilarious, but lacks a response from anyone else like he did for his wife's friends. Cerebus dreams of fondling a woman, unaware that in reality he's groping Gently Bent. Harrison spots this and asks what he's doing next to the slumbering aardvark. Gently Bent comes up with a litany of excuses, but eventually is threatened into moving down the bar away from Cerebus. Later still, Harrison tries to get Mrs. Thatcher's approval for what they've done to keep Gently Bent behaving. She doesn't at first think he's deserving of being tied up and his mouth corked, but when discovering he actually enjoys it and the claims against him are just the tip of the iceberg, she actually approves. Soon, spring has arrived. Bear discusses with Prince Mick about Cerebus' ex-wife, Red Sophia, whom he has no lack of lust for concerning how she looked, in contrast with Jaka, whom he failed to see the appeal of. Cerebus is ready to pounce his friend when someone arrives at the bar. Who could it be? This is another funny one. My favorite parts are Mrs. Thatcher's reactions to Harrison whispering her all of Gently Bent's most heinous vulgarities. And I have to say, Marty's psychobabble actually makes some sense. It's actually strange to see him surprisingly competent at something for once. Instead of all of his bluster and claims to being experts on something, he actually is. Though then we see he's not exactly the best source for relationship advice. This is the last of the montage issues of Guys, as the pastiche of random events are starting to congeal into something a little different. And with that last scene, things are definitely changing. There's been some subtle changes happening, but I don't just mean the passage of seasons. And what I mean about that, look at both Marty and Boobah. What happened to them in this issue that has changed from their prior appearances? Next time, who is so demented that even Gently Bent fears them?